What if I told you that your path to self-improvement and wellness might be blocked by things you overlook each day? What if the keys to a happier, more fulfilled, could be found in the minutiae of your daily routine? Today, we're setting sail on a voyage towards betterment and well-being. We will delve into 10 seemingly trivial elements in your day-to-day activities that could be the hidden barriers preventing from living your best life. These small changes, unnoticeable yet impactful, might be the transformation you need for a more blissful existence. So gear up, uncage your thoughts, and brace yourself for a shift in perspective that promises to be transformative. Are you ready to dive headfirst into the blueprint of a happier lifestyle? Let's plunge into the first item on our list. First up, we have negative self-talk. It's that persistent voice in your head, constantly criticizing and doubting your every move. It's like a faulty compass, leading you away from your true potential and into the undergrowth of self-doubt. Now you might ask, how do I combat this? Well, the first step is to recognize it. Listen to your thoughts, but don't let them dictate your actions. Replace the I can't with I can, the I won't with I will. It's about reprogramming your mind, swapping out the negative for the positive. Remember, your thoughts shape your reality. So why not shape a reality that's supportive, uplifting, and full of self-belief? It's not about being overly optimistic, but about believing in your own capacity to grow and succeed. After all, the most important conversation you'll ever have is the one you have with yourself. Remember, you are your biggest supporter and critic. Next, let's talk about toxic relationships. We're talking about those connections that drain your energy, leaving you feeling depleted and drained. They're marked by constant criticism, manipulation, and a perpetual imbalance of give and take. These relationships can leave a lasting imprint, damaging your self-esteem and positivity. The effects of toxic relationships can ripple through all aspects of your life, causing unnecessary stress, distress, and even physical health problems. It's crucial to recognize these relationships for what they are and take steps to protect yourself. Breaking free from a toxic relationship doesn't have to mean a dramatic confrontation. Often, it's about quietly distancing yourself, setting boundaries, and prioritizing your well-being. Seek out support from trusted friends or professionals, and remember, it's okay to put your needs first. The goal is to surround yourself with relationships that inspire, uplift, and support you. So choose to invest your energy in these bonds and let go of the ones that only weigh you down. Surround yourself with positivity and people who uplift you. Moving on, we have unnecessary stress. We all experience stress, but not all stress is created equal. Unnecessary stress refers to those worries and pressures that stem from situations or factors that, in the grand scheme of things, aren't essential to our well-being or growth. It's like fretting about whether your socks match when you're about to run a marathon. This kind of stress can lead to a host of physical and mental health issues, including anxiety, depression, and even heart disease. It's the clutter in the attic of your mind, taking up valuable space that can be used for more productive thoughts. So how do we manage it effectively? Start by identifying the sources of your unnecessary stress. Is it a perfectionist streak that insists on everything being just so? Or perhaps it's an overcommitment to tasks that don't align with your goals. Once identified, work on consciously letting go of these stressors. Remember, life is about balance. Focus on what truly matters and let go of the rest. Next on our list is clutter. It's a sneaky little monster that creeps into our lives, piling up in corners, filling drawers, and taking up precious mental space. Clutter is not just a physical entity, it's mental too. A cluttered environment often reflects a cluttered mind with unwanted thoughts and worries taking up unnecessary space. Imagine trying to find a single specific document in a room full of scattered papers. Sounds daunting, doesn't it? That's how our minds feel when surrounded by clutter. It's like sifting through a sea of distractions, which can leave us feeling overwhelmed and stressed. Now let's flip the coin. Imagine a clean, organized space where everything has its place. It's like a breath of fresh air, isn't it? Decluttering not only makes our surroundings more pleasing, but it also does wonders for our mental well-being. It clears the way for positivity and productivity, making space for new ideas and perspectives. A clean space means a clear mind. Let's now focus on a common hindrance: procrastination. It's that sneaky little habit that tells you there's always time to do it later, but ends up stealing your productivity and peace of mind. Procrastination often stems from fear of failure, fear of success, or even fear of change. It tricks you into believing that delaying tasks will somehow make them easier or less daunting. But here's the truth. Procrastination only piles up the work, amplifying the pressure and stress. So, how can we overcome this? Start by breaking large tasks into smaller, manageable chunks. Focus on the process rather than the outcome. Practice time management and prioritization. Embrace the concept of progress over perfection. And most importantly, start now. Not tomorrow, not next week, but right this moment. Remember, action today can prevent a crisis tomorrow. Next, we tackle excessive screen time. In the digital age, screens have become our constant companions. They entertain, inform, and connect us. However, spending too much time in front of screens is not without its drawbacks. It can lead to poor sleep, increased anxiety, and even physical discomfort like eye strain and headaches. Reducing screen time is not about completely cutting off, but rather about creating healthier habits around technology use. Prioritize face-to-face interactions, engage in physical activity, and establish screen-free zones and times at home. Consider using apps that track and limit screen time, and take regular breaks to rest your eyes and mind. Remember, technology should serve you, not the other way around. It's all about striking a balance between our digital and real-world interactions. After all, life happens outside the screen. Balance is key in all aspects of life. Now let's talk about unhealthy lifestyle choices. These are the little decisions we make every day that might not seem like a big deal in the moment, but over time, they can really add up and take a toll on our health. Things like reaching for that bag of chips instead of a piece of fruit, skipping the gym because we're too tired, or staying up late binge-watching our favorite show instead of getting a good night's sleep. These habits can lead to weight gain, decreased energy levels, and even more serious health issues down the line. So how do we make healthier choices? Start small. Replace one unhealthy snack with a healthy one each day. Try to fit in just 15 minutes of exercise, even if it's just a brisk walk. Aim for a consistent sleep schedule. Remember, these small changes can make a big difference. Your health is your wealth. Up next, we have people-pleasing behaviors. Now, this is a tricky one. We're often taught to be kind, to be considerate, and to put others first. But when this becomes a pattern of neglecting our own needs, it's a people-pleasing behavior that needs to be checked. People-pleasing often stems from a fear of rejection or a desire for approval. But here's the thing. It's impossible to please everyone all the time. You end up spreading yourself too thin and leaving no room for self-care. Prioritizing your own needs isn't selfish, it's essential. It's about setting boundaries and preserving your energy for the things that really matter to you. So, how do you stop this behavior? Start by practicing saying no. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but with time it becomes easier. And remember, it's okay to put yourself first. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Next on our list is overcommitment. Ever felt like you're juggling too many tasks, only to realize that you're spreading yourself too thin? That's overcommitment. It's like trying to fill a cup that's already overflowing. The result? You're stressed, burned out, and your productivity drops. Overcommitment often comes from a desire to please others or prove our capabilities. But in doing so, we neglect our own well-being and priorities. We need to remember that it's not about doing everything, but doing what matters most efficiently. So how do you combat overcommitment? Start by setting clear boundaries. Know your limits and communicate them effectively. Prioritize tasks based on their importance and urgency and learn to delegate. Most importantly, understand that it's okay to say no. You are not obligated to take on every task thrown your way. Remember, your time and energy are valuable resources. Use them wisely. It's okay to say no sometimes. Lastly, we have negative media consumption. In our digital age, we're constantly bombarded by media from all corners. News, social networks, blogs, videos, they all compete for our attention. However, not all content is created equal. Some media can leave us feeling anxious, unhappy, or even depressed. This is what we call negative media consumption. It's when the media we consume negatively impacts our mood, our thoughts, and ultimately, our life. The effects of negative media consumption are far-reaching. They can distort our view of reality, fuel our anxieties, and even impair our mental health over time. So how can we limit our exposure to it? First, be selective about the media you consume. Choose your sources wisely. Second, limit the time you spend consuming media. Set specific times for reading news or browsing social media. Lastly, actively seek out positive and inspiring content. This can counterbalance the effects of negative media. Choose to consume content that uplifts and motivates you. And there you have it. 10 things you should consider eliminating from your life. From banishing negative self-talk to reducing screen time, the journey towards a more fulfilling life is all about making conscious choices. Whether it's decluttering your space or saying no to overcommitment, each step is a leap towards positivity. Limiting negative media consumption or stepping away from toxic relationships, it's all about prioritizing your well-being. Remember, small changes can make a big difference. Start today and embrace a more positive and fulfilling life.